Hey, Talking Fam, and welcome to another Talking Sports video. And today we'll be taking a look back at yesterday in sports, August 1st, 2022. And today is some interesting stuff going on today. We have some deaths in the sports world, it's sad. We also have some big extensions in the sports world as well today. A lot of news, MLB stores, that's it for the stores, MLB, that's it. No others. I mean, I don't do WNBA, but I might in the future. So stay tuned for that for next season. But just let's go ahead and get into it. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the NFL news of the day and start off. Deebo Samuel signs a 3-year, $73.5 million extension. And they've been wanting to do that Deebo's been wanting to do that for a while now. Because he runs, he can pass. For short plays, he can pass, he can run, he can receive. He's a good wide receiver. He can catch. It's just amazing what he can do and what his position is. Wide receivers don't usually run. They don't usually throw. But he can do all of that. So I think he deserves this extension. Maybe a little bit more, though. I don't know. We also have the Chiefs offensive lineman Orlando Brown Jr. is expected to report to camp and play on a franchise tag. And that is good news for the Chiefs, as him holding out meant that Patrick Mahomes didn't have the offensive line he needs with Orlando Brown Jr. Mahomes, as you could remember in the 2021 Super Bowl, he did not do so well against the Buccaneers because their offensive line was just so low. And then in the offseason, they traded for Orlando Brown Jr. and he played with them, and they actually did okay in their offensive line. But Mahomes still threw a lot of interceptions last season, the most he's ever done in a season. So we'll have to wait and see what offensive line can protect him this season. We also have some news for Deshaun Watson, as he is suspended 6 games after his probe into sexual assault and misconduct complaints. And, I think there's been talks about Calvin Ridley. He was suspended a whole year for gambling on his own team, while Deshaun Watson is over here with sexual assault allegations and all of that, and he's only suspended 6 games. I mean, it's kind of unfair when you think about it, that he was just gambling, and he was suspended an entire season, while he was doing allegations on his sexual assault and misconduct, and he's suspended only 6 games. So the NFL needs to get their stuff straight, honestly. All right, next up we have Watson discipline will not require legal charges, so that is good for them. And the Cowboys have been named as the most valuable sports team at $7.64 billion. And that's just crazy. So the average NFL team has topped $4 billion. So that is good. Next up, we have the Washington Commanders have planned to ramp up Curtis Samuel amid conditioning concerns. So we'll have to take a look to see about that soon as well. Joe Burrow has kicked the field first time around after his appendix surgery, but not in the way you would think. He was not practicing, that he was spinning around on the little cart on the field. So that's kind of funny there. We also have Pete Carroll catches COVID-19 and he has mild symptoms. He will be participating in team meetings virtually until he returns to the facility once he gets a couple of negative tests. We also have Kyler Murray also test positive for COVID. He will miss at least 5 days of training camp. So we do have, he just signed his extension, and now he's going to miss part of training camp. It's not his fault, but, we'll just have to see. Next up, we have the Browns have planned on starting Jacoby Brissett on the first 6 games during Watson's suspension. And we'll have to wait and see. He started for the Dolphins a couple of games last season when Tua was hurt. And he did start in Indianapolis as well. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see how he does. We also have the Steelers are signing their kicker Chris Boswell to a 4-year, $20 million extension, is joining kicker Justin Tucker as the top kickers, highest paid kickers in the NFL. We also have Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne will not play in the Hall of Fame game on Thursday, and that is a huge game. It's the first game of the NFL pretty much in the preseason, and it's the first game of the season overall. So it's fun to see NFL back, even if it's in training camp or preseason. It's always fun to see the NFL back in action. All right, guys, that will be the NFL news of the day. Now moving on to the MLB scores of the day. The Reds beat the Marlins 3-1, while the Mets beat the Nationals 7-3. Juan Soto, and potentially, most likely his last game in Washington, hits a home run to finish out the Nationals' career, probably. The Yankees beat the Mariners 7-2, while the Guardians edged out the Diamondbacks 6-5. The Tigers, the Twins beat the Tigers 5-3, while the Rangers losing to the Orioles 7-2. The Red Sox edged out the Astros 3-2, while the Royals edged out the White Sox 2-1. The Padres beat the Rockies 4-1, while the Dodgers beat the Giants 8-2. So that is mainly yesterday. Now we do have some news in the MLB wise, as the Astros had a lot of trades yesterday. The Astros land Orioles, Trey Mancini in a 3-team trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. So I will post a video after the trade deadline, probably on Wednesday or Thursday, on the ranking the MLB trade deadline trades. So we will have a video on that more in depth. We also have the Red Sox have traded their catcher Christian Vasquez to the Astros for 2 prospects. And the Reds trade away Tommy Pham to the Boston Red Sox. It's a funny team change. The Reds to the Red Sox. More news of the day. The Diamondbacks trade Luke Weaver to the Kansas City Royals for Rivera. We also have Joe Musgrove has finalized his deal, 5-year, $100 million contract with the hometown Padres. So he'll be staying there for a while, $20 million a year. All right, the Cardinals have made a trade. They have traded away Okan Oviedo and in a pitching prospect for Jose Quintana and Chris Stratton from the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we do get 2 good pitchers on our team. And actually, that's going to it's Judge hits his 43rd home run yesterday as the Yankees beat Mariners for his MLB best 70 wins here in August. Then we have the Brewers. This is probably one of the biggest trades of the deadline coming up. The Brewers have traded Josh Hader to the San Diego Padres in a 5-player blockbuster. So I want to take a look at this trade, though, more in depth. Let's take a look here. Josh Hader. This was a trade that I was surprised. I did not think the Brewers were going to look at trades for Josh Hader, because the Brewers are World Series contenders right now. They are leading the division. They are looking very good so far this season. They were looking good last season as well. I think the Brewers have made a big mistake here for the trade for Josh Hader. Trade away Josh Hader. I think this is a very bad trade. But let's take a look. So what happened was the Brewers have traded away Josh Hader for left-hander Taylor Rogers, right-hander Denison Lamet, outfielder Echeverry Reyes, and left-handed prospect Robert Gasser. Okay, so not very big names they traded for. We also have the Athletics have traded away Jose Trevino. No, the Athletics trade Frankie Montas to the Yankees and a 6-player swap. We also have the Braves have acquired Titus Grossman and Astros Jake Odorizzi. Well, that's good. The Braves have locked up. This is a huge extension, guys. The Atlanta Braves have locked up Austin Riley in a 10-year, $212 million deal. This is a huge deal, guys. This is like probably, I think, like $12 million a year, something like that. We also have the Orioles have traded away their all-star Jorge Lopez to the Twins for 4 prospects. And that will be the MLB news of the day. And moving on to the NBA news. Guys, this is a long video. I'm so sorry. There's been a lot of news yesterday in sports, guys. This is a very long video for yesterday in sports video. But so a few news stuff happened yesterday, including the Boston Celtics losing an all-time great. 11-time NBA champion Bill Russell dies at age 88. So rest in peace, Bill Russell. Also, the NBA have been investigating the New York Knicks for tampering regarding Jalen Brunson. So that's big. And I think that's all the NBA news of the day, guys. So that will be today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. And guys, see you in my next video. And peace.